March wrap up, and then a April hopeful. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a little minute. It has been a while. It's been crazy, okay? It's been crazy. I meant to take like a week break, you know, not record, and I think it's been a month. It's been a while, and I'm sorry. Life has been lifing. I haven't even read that many books. I have not been flying through them like I usually do. And then I just had the worst virus ever for the last 2.5 weeks of March. So that was another reason I wasn't recording, because I had no voice. Like, it was gone. Zero. Zilch. Nothing. I sounded like nothing because I was on mute. I was at a Beyonce concert. Everybody on mute. But I was doing it unintentionally. That I can get back to making videos because I miss talking to y'all. So we're gonna do a rundown of my March reads, and then April hopefuls. I have already started reading April. April has started out good already. I read 4 books so far. Four. Yeah, I read 4 books so far, and already hopefully I don't get another reading slump. We'll see. But as you can hear, my voice is actually going out again. If you hear it going up and down, just ignore it. It's not your volume, it's me. Okay, so I read a lot on my Kindle, a lot on here, but I did read some hardcovers, paperbacks, because I am trying to read a lot of those, but I didn't read many. I only read these 4. I only read these 4 of my actual physical TBR. I'm horrible at getting through these books. But to be fair, I've read a lot of these already. To be fair, I read like this whole... Okay, I read those. I read that. I read these too. And it's all one book. I read that. So not many. Whatever. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what I did read. Okay, so I started the Magnolia Park series. I know last time I talked to y'all, which was again a month ago, I said I was going to start reading it because I had just bought them, because I have no self-control. So I had just went to the store and bought the whole series, and I said, oh, I'm gonna read these right away. Did not start reading those right away. I just started these books. So I read the first one, which is just Magnolia Parks, and then I read the second one, which was Daisy Hates. I will have to say, baby, these are definitely like watching Gossip Girl. Like, if you ever watched Gossip Girl and you was like, oh my god, this show was good, you need to read this series. It's so much going on, and I'm just like, I don't know who I want to be the... I don't know who I want to be the good guy. I don't know who I want to win. I don't know who I want to be together. I just don't know. I really don't. And the girls, these girls, baby, they need a lot of therapy. These two here, they need therapy real bad. I'm gonna do a whole series, a whole video once I finish the series. I have been reading the books, and I've been listening to my audiobook at the same time, because somebody was like, oh, I read it, I listened to it in audio form, because it's kind of like, you know, hanging out with your friends, and I totally agree with that. So if you can, I would do both at the same time, like book plus audio, because it's like, it makes it so much better. It's kind of like you watching the show. It's so good. So this series here is a doozy. I'm on book 3 right now. I'm like halfway in book 3, and maybe I don't know. I don't know who I want to win. I don't know who's not the problem in this book. Actually, I don't think nobody's not a problem. I think they're all problems. Every single one of them is flawed. They all need to be in group therapy, individual therapy. They need to be on Medicaid. I don't know. And then most anticipated reads for the year, this could be Us, because y'all know how I love Kenny Ryan. I get down about Kenny Ryan. I love that woman. I love her down. I love her down. I love her down. This book here, Oh my god, because I love this book. So I did a reread this month because I like, if it's a series, and especially if the characters are really gonna be like in both books, I like to remember what happened to them in this one, and then so I can go into the next one. So I just did a reread of this one. I loved Before I Let Go. I loved it. It was so good. Like the growth for the characters, like they had went through a lot. They went through a lot, and it was just so much. They could have did a lot of things different. I was so annoyed with them sometimes, but it's like, I get it. Grief is crazy. It makes you do some crazy things. So they were trying to deal with it the best they could, especially her. She like, I'm trying to survive because I don't want to be here. I don't want to survive, but I'm just trying to make it. I am just trying to get through the day, and I can't do additional stuff. And I'm like, baby, understandable, because sometimes it's just hard. It's just hard. Living life is hard. Life be lifing, and she was just trying to survive, and she could have done things different. Could have been, you know, could have been a lot of things done different. But I love this book so much. So I did a reread of this because, again, it's so good. But I really wanted to, you know, just get into this one. So when I finally got this book, oh my god, Kennedy Ryan don't miss. She 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 writes so good. And this book had one of the best representations for like autism and autistic kids, and parents of autistic kids. And it just was so freaking good, because I have, you know, kids in my family that are on the spectrum and stuff, and it's crazy to see. And I was even getting some like little tips and tricks and stuff for my family members. I'm like, oh, I got something for y'all. I got this, blah, blah, blah. And I read this in this book, and it's just, it was so freaking good. Like it was so like real. This book was so real. You know how you get a book and you're just like, oh my god, that just would never happen, or that was so over dramatic, or that was just outrageous. Like sometimes those books are amazing, don't get me wrong, I love a book like that, but this just felt just, it was so good. I loved her. I loved her growth. I wish she could have got with my man a long time before she did. She could have got with my man. Like he was waiting too long for her. But no, I just loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And I understood though why she did wait so long, because this man that she thought she loved was doing all type of stuff, had a whole new family. Too much was going on with this man. But she needed to try to find herself and understand what it was like to stand on her own and be her own person without somebody else. And I understood that, and I got it. I loved him so much. I was just like, I want her to hurry up and get with him. He was so good. He was an amazing dad. He was an amazing person. And I just loved him. And I also listened to this on audio while I was reading it. And I love this book so much. I love this series. I cannot wait to the next book, because I cannot wait to see the Rich TT. I can't wait to see the Rich Auntie. I can't wait to see her story and see who she's gonna end up, how it's gonna go, and I can't wait to see her. But these books right here, these ladies have my heart. They have my heart. They have my heart, and I just love them. It was just so freaking good. So good. And then I read The Problem with Dating by Brittany Cherry. I loved that book, and that made me buy, I think I don't know if I did a book haul with that book I bought. But anyway, I bought another one of her books, The Mixtape, that I'm going to read. I'm going to try to read it soon, because I was like, her writing is amazing, and I love that book. So then I started the Arrowwood Brother series. I read Come Back to Me and then Fight for Me. Didn't finish it because it wasn't hitting like I wanted to at that moment. Calling to me. It wasn't like, you know, it just wasn't being there for me. I'll probably go back. I enjoyed it. I liked the writing. It was good. They were both good books. But the third one, I just couldn't get into it. These slumps are slumping. So if a book is just not, if it's not calling to me, if it's not making me want to read it immediately and keep going, then I just was stopping, because again, it just, nothing has been sounding great. Toxic Paradise books. First one was Skeletons of Society, and the next one was Syndicate of Sands. Those books were good. It was a book, just it wasn't for me. I just couldn't get into it. It bothered me, irritated me so bad. Like, so I DNF'd. I may go back to it because I really enjoyed this series, but I just didn't like that the female main character in the last book, and I couldn't get into it. She bothered me so bad. I think I got like 40-50% in, and I was just like, no, I'm sorry, no more, no more. And then I read Storms and Secrets by Claire Kingsley. I love her writing. Anytime she write it, I'm gonna read it because I love her writing. It was so good. And then I enjoy Cora Rose for like MM romances, so I read her Except You book, and it was like it was good. It was funny. Yeah, it was good. Like, if you read it, you can. It was good. It was cute. It was real cute. Then I read Before This Ends by Aurora Rose Reynolds. So that was my March wrap up. It wasn't many books. It was a slow month. That virus kind of took me out. Like, when I had that virus, because I went to the doctor, they was like, it's not COVID, it's not flu, it's just something going around. I'm like, okay, but how do I fix this? And it was like, just rest. Anyway, not the point. But like, when I was laying in bed, I didn't want to read. Hated it. I hated it so much. Watching TV over reading, like, I couldn't even pick up a book, and I was just like, I don't like this. And that was for 2.5 weeks. That's bad. That's terrible. But we're over my March wrap up done. We're gonna do April hopefuls for the month. I am so far like 2.5 books. Okay, so I read Wild River by Laura Pavlov, and I loved her book. I love the series. I love her writing, actually. I love it all. I enjoy it all, okay? I can't wait for the next one because I knew who the book was gonna be about when they first started talking about those people. I knew it was gonna be about the couple that it's gonna be about. I'm not gonna say who it's gonna be about because if you haven't read it, then you won't know what they said at the end. So I'm not gonna say it, but I just knew it. I knew what was gonna happen. I knew it. Okay, and then I read The Savers Beta Team part 1. I hate reading those books when the second book is not out, because this is part of a series where it's always duets, and I don't know if it was ever 3 books, but I think it's always duets, and the first one always ends on a cliffhanger. Always. This is a reverse Hiram. This is a reverse Hiram book where it's only one girl and like 7 guys, but they're all in relationships. It's like separate. It's a lot going on. There are good books. I enjoy them. I just hate the cliffhanger, and then the next book don't be out. I don't know why I read it, but I was so excited to read it, and I don't know why I did it when I knew what was gonna happen. I knew it, and I still set myself up for failure. And then I read, which I was so excited about, but I'm also sad that it's over, was The Only and Forever, the Bergman Brothers, book 7. It was the last book, and I didn't want the series to end, but I enjoyed that series so much. Like, I love her, Chloe. I love her writing because she can represent like all of these, you know, this disabilities and things and problems, and they're you know, these characters have so many things going on, but the love just always overcomes anything, and it was just so good. I would have personally though loved more family since it was the end of the series, but I get they had to have their time to shine. Anyway, but yeah, I loved it. So I read the Only and Forever. Just finished that last night. It was good. Now we're gonna get into my hopefuls that I hope I read. I hope I don't go into another reading slump. So I did a filter like how many books I'm gonna read today on TikTok, and it said 21. I would just hope I can read at least 20 books this month. 21, amazing. More than that, awesome. Because that's usually what I do. I usually read so many books, but like 10, 11 books a month is just so terrible. So these are my hopefuls. These are some of my physical hopefuls, and then I'm gonna, you know, do my Kindle because it's a lot of books coming out on Kindle this month. So, you know, I'm still reading the Magnolia Park series. The book is over there, and I'm not gonna stand up and get it because I don't want to. So the book I'm reading now is the Magnolia Park's Long Way Home. So I'm going to finish that at some point. Halfway done with that one. And then, of course, we're going to go into the Daisy Hates The Great Undoing and Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. I don't know what's going to happen in these books. And I don't know if I'm prepared. I just know this series, I don't know. Usually I have a good idea who I want to be together and who I don't, and I just gonna say it one more time. I don't know. If you read this series, you understand that I don't know. And then I have the mixtape. I said I wanted to read this because I got it. It was Brittany Cherry, and I loved her other writing. I tried to read this before, but I just couldn't get into it, so I said I want to give it another try. So we'll see if this is gonna be the month. Probably not. Probably not, just being honest, but I want to. And then I want to read this book so bad. I keep seeing amazing things about this book, and I just want to read it. So wait, hold on. This is where the book is into. This is page 83, and this is only chapter 3. Those a lot of words for only 3 chapters. I don't like long chapters that much. I don't really like long chapters that much. Like, look at how much for 3 chapters. 3 chapters? How many chapters is it? Only like 7? Oh God, it's only 20 something chapters. Wow. I don't like long chapters, but anyway, I heard good things about this book, so I really want to read this book, and I think this is the book. Yeah, I think that this is a book that have a second part where the cover is pink, and I really like that pink cover, and I said, oh, I want to read that one. So I think that's the one. So I have to go get it, and I want to read it. Anyway, those are my hopefuls. I just know, honestly, I don't know why I picked this one up though. I don't know why I picked this one up. I do not want to read this. I have no intentions of reading this month, so I should probably take, you know what, I might surprise myself. I might. Anyway, let's get on to the Kindle releases this month. There are a lot of good Kindle releases this month. It's so minty. One that just came out that I started reading was Between Never and Forever. Love Cheyenne Rose. Love her so bad. I love her down. I love her down. So Between Never and Forever. Love that one. So what else comes out this month? Oh, The Men of Action. I cannot wait to read Tom's book. I am so excited. Second book in the Family Business book series, and the first book was so good. It was what book was first? It was Forces of Nature. Loved it. Enemies to Lovers. Kinda. He really never hated her. She hated him, but she didn't really hate him. It was family. Anyway, Enemies to Lovers. Office Romance. It was so cute. Loved it. But the family dynamic that she had with her siblings, it was a mess. Like, her family was the mess. But Tom, I cannot wait to see his story, because I just know he gotta get better. He gotta have the best, like, glow up. He has to become like the perfect man, and I just can't wait. And it's like romance, I think, because they had a one-night stand when they was in like college or something, and they got a kid together. He's 12. He didn't know, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see him become a dad, because his dad is terrible. So I can't wait. His mom is awful too, but she don't know no better. And then got Willow Aster Stay. I love that series. And then a romance, Never Say Never. It's the Vitale Brothers book 4. Can't wait. They threw book 4. They threw the 4th brother in there, kind of like. Oh, and there was another one. I was like, oh, we got another brother. Crazy. And then I think I also want to read A Little Naughty. Heard it was good too. I don't know how many books I read in that series, but they can be like read as standalones, and I have. But so I don't know. But I need to read that book. And then King of Sloth, that come all the way out at the end of the month though. But I have those 3, so I will be getting the 4th one in paperback, because that's just what I'm gonna do. And then I have started reading Blitz by Daphne Perry. I want to finish that if I can at some point this month. We'll see. And then there's just a lot of books I want to pick up. And there was this mafia romance I just added to my Kindle TBR. It's Sinful Hearts. I want to read that. I just have so many books I want to read, so I hope I don't get in a reading slump. I just hope I don't, because I don't have time for it. But yeah, so I don't even know how many books I have hopeful on my TBR. 4, 5 physical, even though I don't have that 5th book, but I will be going to the store and getting that 5th book, even though I haven't read the 1st book in the series, but I will be getting it. Anyway, 5, 6. Let's count. So 13 books. Not bad. Still not 20. Not 21 either. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if we'll get there. But I have high hopes for myself. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Next month when I come back with my reading wrap up, I'm like, oh, I read 5 books. So no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I will be doing it. But anyway, that is pretty much my March wrap up and my April hopefuls. They're really helpful because, baby, let's say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, I love you. If you didn't, I'm happy you waited this long. If you didn't enjoy it, I'm pretty sure you won't see this message. Anyway, I love you. We'll be back very soon. I know last time I wasn't back soon, but I will be back. I am back. I'll be here. But thank you again for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe and share and all of that other stuff, because I want to start doing this full time so I can quit my job. Help me. Help me quit my job. So watch a bunch of videos so I can quit my job. Help me. Help me. Anyway, but yeah. So I'll see you guys back. Love ya. Bye.